Have a pleasant morning, my dear students. Welcome back to our English classes for class 10. The chapter is Footprints Without Feet, written by H.G. Wells, Module 2. As in our previous video, we have heard the half story. Now, let us continue. After this incident, he felt unsafe in London. He took a train to the village of Iping. He stayed there in an inn. His arrival there in winter and in such an uncommon appearance made people curious and suspicious. Moreover, he talked very little. The landlord's wife, Mrs. Hall, found the guest mysterious. Still, she let him stay in the inn because he had paid her the rent in advance. Griffin's money stolen from the shopkeeper did not last long. He admitted that he had no ready cash, but was expecting his check to arrive. Any moment he planned to rob somebody again. He chose a clergyman as his next target. Early in the morning, leaving his room door open, he went to clergyman's house. He took money out of his desk drawer. The clanking sound of coins brought the clergyman downstairs. He shouted at the thief to surrender, but he found nobody in the room. Still, the desk had been opened and the money was missing. During Griffin's absence, the landlord and his wife entered his room. Usually it was shut and locked. They were surprised to find the cloth and bandage that he always wore lying about. All of a sudden, he returned after robbing the clergyman. He was furious. He started hitting them with his hat and chair. He pushed them both out of the room, then locked the door. Mrs. Hall narrowly escaped falling down the stairs. She thought that the room was haunted by the spirits. The neighbor said that the trouble was caused by the witchcraft, but they were soon convinced that it was the doing of the strange scientist. Their suspicion grew stronger when Griffin produced ready cash to pay to Mrs. Hall. She sent for the village constable, Jaffers. Mrs. Hall went to the scientist to make some point clear. She wanted to know how Griffin mysteriously appeared from his empty room and how he went in and out of it. He lost his temper and he decided to show them who he was. He took off all his bandage, fake nose, whiz. Soon he became headless. The people in the bar were horrified. Constable Jaffers arrived. He was surprised to find that he had to arrest a headless man, but he had to do his duty. But as he tried to arrest the man, Griffin became more and more invisible. Soon the constable found himself struggling with somebody he could not see at all. The people who had tried to help him received blows. Jaffer also fell unconscious. Griffin fled unseen. People cried in the wind, hold him. So students, this was the story of Footprints. In this story, we have seen that how Griffin behaved like a ruthless criminal. Although he was the hero of the story, but he has not acted well. He was the villain. He abused the power he gained from his experiment. Although he was a great scientist, but he has misused his power. He created chaos and disorder. He behaved irresponsibly rather than being a scientist who ought to be law-abiding and constructive. This was all about the footprint. Now let me ask you some questions. that whether you understood the story or not. Question 1. How did Griffin finally escape? Option A. By hitting them. Option B. By taking off all his clothes. Option C. By running away as fast as he could. Number D. By hiding. Your correct answer is option B. By taking off all his clothes. Question 2. Where did he find comfort in London? Option A. At inn. Option B. A big store. Option C. Theatre store. And option D. None of the above. Your correct answer is a big store. Question 3. What suggests that he was a homeless wanderer? Option A. No clothes. Option B. No money. Option C. Invisible. And option D. All of the above. Your correct answer is option D. All of the above. Question 4. Brilliant scientist thought he was Griffin was rather a daft person. Option A. Lawless. Option B. Lawful. Option C. Good. And option D. Rude. Your correct answer is lawless. Learn, practice, improve. Now students, this is your practice time. Let's highlight the chapter once again. Now it was morning. He could not manage to get up timely. Seeing two assistants approaching, he was panicked and began to run. Once again, he became invisible by removing his clothes. This time, he decided to enter into a theatrical company and came out wearing dark glasses, false nose, big busty whiskers, and a large hat. He came to an inn. It was an unusual event. Mrs. Hall made effort to be friendly. Griffin told him the reason for coming there. He desired for solitude. Many strange activities were ready by the landlord. Mrs. Hall thought that the room was haunted by spirits, and Griffin was strongly suspected for all activities. Mr. Jaffer, the constable, was surprised to find that he had to arrest a man without a head. So students, now below questions are your homework. Just read out the question, note it down and answer them correctly. Thank you. See you soon in our next module. Keep smiling.